Hey YouTube, what's up? I haven't made a video in a while and I wanted to do something a little bit different down the channel, and I noticed that YouTube had no coverage of the Reebok 14K skate whatsoever. So figured that when I was ordering these there was no review or anything, so I thought I might put something up. I literally couldn't find really a solid review online, anything to do with the 14Ks, because they're one of the newer lines of Reebok and I'm just not really sure why people haven't posted. They're one of the top end skates. I think they're the it goes the 14, the 16 and then the 20K. I think I might be wrong, but that's the top line of skates. So I thought I might do a review of them. Basically, as you can tell, this has not got an ice blade on it. This has not got the blade holder, and you can see it's been cut off. This hasn't actually been converted because I play inline and ice, but I wanted the same inline skates I have as my ice skates, so I bought these and got them converted. Just by the way, the chassis comes off of some Tour Redline 5000s. Pretty horrible boot, but cheap. So yeah, did that, bought the chassis. Kinda like the chassis. Chassis is not great, but you know, it was cheap, so that's good. So let's talk about it. There are a few differences between these and the 7Ks. The 7Ks of what I've got for my ice skate. The first one being the pump. Now obviously the design of the button has changed. It comes out a little bit more, it's easier to press. But they've also moved the bladder back, so instead of it being more like in this area of your ankle, it's more back here and around the back of your ankle. I think that fits better, kind of expands around this area rather than across the top of your heel. I think that's a good idea because it locks your ankle in really nicely, and obviously they've got the different Chlorino liner in there. Sorry, not Chlorino, antimicrobial, and this just locks in the heel a little bit better. It's a really good fit all round. It's got the DSS. I think this stands for Dual Support System, and basically what that means is the skate is made up of multiple pieces of material to give you the best possible support all around. So obviously at the back you've got the ribs to add comfort and some sort of sturdity to the back of the boot. As you can see, I cannot bend that whatsoever. In the bottom, in the kind of quarter panel, you've got some different layers that make up the Reebok logo, but these also make up the materials that go into the quarter panel that keep it really nice and sturdy and stiff. It's going to protect your foot from any shots coming in, and I also really like this raised design. It kind of gives a really nice premier look to the skate. Moving on, pretty standard cowling. I believe this is the cowling they use on every single Reebok skate, regardless of what K it is. Yeah, so these are just standard laces. They're not great, but I need to get some wax laces, so I will do that quite soon. The button really hasn't changed all that much. I believe it might have got a little bit bigger, stiffer to push, so you're not going to have any air escaping from that. It's really nice. I didn't have a problem last time. As I said, we've converted it. That's why the cowling has some holes in it and stuff like that. But it's all fine. It's all structurally integrate. But it's just nice to have a converted skate. Moving on to the tongue now. Got some lace bite protection, and new this year to the 14K and upwards, they've added in these soft panels. These are for vents that basically let your heat from your foot escape through the tongue. It also means that when you're flexing forward, these panels basically allow the tongue to basically push in. It's hard to explain, but basically they can stretch like this and it just fits around your foot better. If we have a look at my tour boot, you can see that the tongue's split. Obviously this is going to be a cheaper boot, but you can see that the tongue is put under a lot of stress and the materials can split. So having a nice flex point on the tongue is a really good idea by Reebok. I think the final thing to talk about would probably be just the all-around fit of the skate and how it feels on your foot. Obviously I've only received these a couple of days ago. I've only skated in them a few times, but they feel very stiff. They feel like a top level boot. They feel very comfortable, and compared to my tours, they offer a lot of stability, and I'm not going to get any blisters with them, and I feel that these are going to stay tight, and you're not going to have any problems in the ankle where the ankle's too flexible and there's not enough stiffness in the middle of the boot to maintain a tight fit to your foot. I think also another thing they might have changed was the tongue. I think they've bulked up the tongue a little bit, but they've taken some padding off of this outside portion, so it wraps around your foot a little bit nicer, but it's much more comfortable. It's a very comfortable felt line that they've got on there. These are an 8E. These fit my foot like a glove. I really like them. So we'll finish off just by talking about the insole. The insole is nothing special. I think this comes standard. This is the anatomical response footbed. It's basically, if I pull it out real quick, it's contoured around your heel to offer really good stability, I suppose, but it's all down to personal preference. As you can see, it kind of offers a little bit of height, and you've got a nice textured backing to keep it from slipping. Personally, I went to my local sports store and I bought some Dunlop gel insoles. These are really good because I'm put those in my ice skates and I'm used to them. It just offers a little bit of cushiness in the heel area, and because it's kind of gel, it doesn't really slip, and it's a slightly wider ankle, so I find that the gel kind of rides up the side of the skate. It's just really comfortable. I haven't had any heel slippages in those. So it's been a 5-minute look at the Reebok 14K. I like to call these inline skates. These are ice skates. You can't buy these as inlines, but you know, for 30 quid you can just get them converted. If you have inline skates like I did and you want to have a really kind of top-notch feel. So yeah, I would highly recommend these. If you don't want to burst the bank, go for the 7Ks. I think the 7Ks are probably best if you don't have as much money to buy the 14Ks. But if you're in England, the 14Ks are only about £210, £215, depends where you go. So if you're looking for a relatively cheap high-end skate, I would definitely recommend the Reebok 14Ks. And if you've got a little bit more money, maybe go for the 20Ks. It's all down to personal preference. But yeah, so thanks for watching. If you really enjoyed this video, remember to give it a thumbs up and subscribe. If you want any more hockey reviews, just tell me, because I play hockey, so I have a lot of equipment that I can do reviews on. And if you like this style, give me a buzz, tell me what you want, and I'll see if I can get that for you. Thanks for watching.